Okay, so today or now we will create the Citrix Gateway, and we will bind all the other virtual servers and everything that we configured in my last videos. We will bind them all together so that we can make the gateway functional. So for this we need to go to Citrix Gateway virtual servers, click add, should give it a nice name, Gateway. I will give it exactly the name that it's used to connect to it, but this doesn't have any effect on the actual link. Just as to know, testlab.com. SSL, of course. My IP address will be, let's see, gateway 99. So nice IP address. For this, of course, you absolutely need a DNS entry. So now I'm using, I'm configuring it to be inside my domain. So I'm not using a public certificate. But in your case, I believe you will use, or in a productive environment, you will use a public certificate when users from the internet need to access your environment. So just that you know that you need a public certificate, and you then probably need an domain reservation on the internet with your gateway address. Here we click OK. First thing that a virtual server will need is a certificate. Let's bind the certificate. So this is our certificate. We can take a look at it, details. So it has our gateway testlab.com DNS entry. It also has other DNS entries, but you do not need them. So for the gateway, you just need the first one. But it's absolutely necessary to be. Let me show you one more time the ENF file. Let me select bind. Let me go to the ENF file. So here, when you request the certificate, maybe you do not use an ENF file. Maybe you have a configuration file on the NetScaler, but you absolutely need, so the common name needs to be one time gateway testlab.com, and you will have something else, and you also need another line with the DNS entry. I've done a gateway without writing here one more time the DNS entry, and I got an SSL error 1059. So when you create the CSR, please also type the DNS entry under this you will see under alternative names. Where is it? Gateway open. So here, subject. So this is okay. Gateway Tesla, and you need it one more time under subject alternative name. So here, absolutely one. You need to hear one more time. The others do not matter, but this one is very important to be in the certificate. Okay, let's go back to our NetScaler. Okay, so we've bound the certificate. We can continue. Okay, so in this picture we are here, the Citrix Gateway. We've bound the certificate. Let's also add the STAs. So those are our delivery controllers or cloud connectors, depending on how our environment is configured. So we go on to published application, and here on the STA servers, IPv4, and we can type the IP or the FQDN ddc01.test.com. Okay, bind, and let's add the second one, and it's already up. If you see this authorization ID, not this exact number, but if you see here STA and the number, you are fine. Everything is working as expected. And let's add the second ADC, also IPv4 bind. Okay, and the second one is up to close. Okay, so we've added the STAs. Now let's bind the authentication profile. You can watch how I created the authentication profile on on the videos, on my other videos. I will also write in the first comment the link to each video for you to be easier to find them. Okay, so let's go with authentication profile. Okay, so click on authentication profile, and you should have our profile. So this is what we configured in the other videos. Click OK. Now we need, what do we need? Let's take a look at the picture. Okay, session policies. Okay, let's bind the session policies. Under policies, just click on plus. It automatically selects session. This you can leave it like this and then continue. And you just have to select, bind, and one more. Continue, add binding, and select the second one, the receiver web session. Select, bind, close. Okay, so let's take a look at our picture. So we've added the authentication profile, we added STAs, we added the certificate, and we added it well. So I believe we are done. Okay, let's go back, click done. So it's up, but let's see if it's also working. So we are done on the NetScaler, but we need to, I almost forgot, we need to also configure the storefront. So let's go to our storefront. So let's go and manage Citrix Gateway. So we do not have any configured gateways, but let's close this and configure. Let's first go with configure remote access settings. Okay, here we have to enable, and we have to add our gateway. Let's give it a name, gate test hub. Let's give it FQDN, and we have it in our certificate, testlab.com. It's HTTPS in testlab.com. Okay, next we need to add our delivery controllers, https ddc01.test.com. Okay, and the second one, it's very important that the DDCs that you mention here, so in the storefront configuration, are also the ones configured as STAs in the gateway. So not add more here and less in the gateway or the other way around. You will have some issues if you do that. Load balance, okay, and everything leaves the same. Next. Here I didn't configure anything, and we will leave it like this, and in case we have any issues, then we will type also our gateway address here, but let's create it without anything here. Create. Okay, finish. So we have our gateway and click OK. Okay, let's take a look now at manage Citrix gateways. Okay, we have it. Edit. Okay, cancel, close. Okay, let's also look at manage authentication methods. Here we should have the password Citrix Gateway. Okay, so this automatically gets checked when we activate the remote access. Okay, and the last thing that I was talking about in another video was to configure this setting here to on using HTTP. So I've already said that. So by default it's on, and I changed it to on using HTTP. Okay, let's try the gateway now. It should now we are our configuration is finished, and let's not forget to propagate on the other storefront. And until this propagates, let me go to the NetScaler and also save the configuration. Don't forget to save the configuration. Okay, so let's test. Did it propagate? Where is it? Okay, it's done. Okay, let me go and try with Chrome. The gateway. HTTPS gateway test lab. Okay. Let's try to log in. Okay, so the login works. This is a big plus. And now let's try to launch on resource. Let me see how this will launch. Okay, this will use the workspace app. Okay, let's launch it. Okay, so I didn't see any errors and it was launched correctly. Okay, let's sign out and let's try to change to HTTP and see if this also works. Only this time. Okay, it wants to use camera. I have no cameras. Okay, so through HTTP it worked too. And now we should try through the receiver. I have receiver installed here somewhere. Okay, connection center. Open Citrix. Not like this. One second. So actually, I do not have that option anymore. So I believe I got an update today. And if you double click it, nothing will happen. So you only have this page. Okay, this is new. Add a shortcut. Okay, let's add our gateway test lab gateway, and it's HTTPS gateway test lab.com. So this is interesting. Done. Yes, I know that I'm no longer logged in, but how do I disconnect? Okay, so I had to reset it, so I've done a workspace app reset, and now we are back in that page that I was expecting. So let's try gateway.testlab.com. Gateway.testlab.com. Okay, continue. Yes, I want to proceed. Try to remember me. Hope it works. Yes, it works. Okay. Let's try a session launch account. So, okay, close. Let's start one. Okay, so everything works. It works through web and works through receiver too. Okay, this was it. Thank you for watching.